Happy Friday, podcast day. I get to talk to two of my favorite people. Hi. And then, of course, I have to talk to Melanie and Alice.
I was waiting for that.
I know. I'm like,
Thanks a
I thought it
lot.
was Ashley and Anne Marie.
Well, I get to talk to them later tonight, too. We're having a
Okay.
game night, and I'm looking forward to that. We're going to play board games and sit up and chat and laugh. So,
Okay, when I hear the sirens at my house, I'm going to know y'all are up to something.
yeah. So, how are you ladies doing? My church ladies, you doing good?
I'm like, huh? Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're, yeah.
I'm like,
Okay.
whatever.
We have a lot going on over the next couple of weeks, so we can chat about today. We had last week, Melanie, you missed a service last week because you were gone on vacation. I started to say PTO, that's paid time off for my job. Yeah. So I hope you had a good week off. We're happy you're
Thank
back
you.
now.
Thank you. I did. I had a wonderful week.
Good. And then we had pretty laid back service, although it was jam packed with stuff last week. We had Adam speak to us from Palestine, which was very deep and moving with everything that's going on over there. And it just tears your heart. It really does. And I have other friends who have family over there, and just hearing those stories makes me want to cry. We also had, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the names from
Katia and Floor. Katia and Floor.
And they talked to us for quite a bit, actually, longer than I was expecting, about the whole setup they had and how Loomis United Methodist was one of the founding members that contacted them. And I thought it was great. And I didn't realize there's some stuff that we do I had no idea that we participate in. So that was very informative and interesting and generated a lot of pride for the church for me. So
I didn't watch this service, but Allison, thank you for doing the children's moment. I haven't watched to see what you did, but thank you.
I can't say that I did a children's
moment. Basically, okay, kids, these people are going to take you out. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was fine.
I appreciate that, but
it gave Martin and I just enough time to get over there to set up for the choir anthem, so it was fine.
It's a good thing it was packed. It was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this week, we are back. Oh, we had communion last week too, which was an extra. So I think the service went about an hour 20, maybe.
Yeah.
Like it was a pretty long service last week. We're back this week. Should be a normal service. There's no special things going on that I know of. That's in the script anyway, in the order of service.
Trying to think. I don't think so. I think we're okay.
Yeah, I think we're going to be back to normal. So that's good. Then the following week's a totally special service because we have John Nielsen coming in. The choir is going to be taking that Sunday off. And John will be doing all of the music other than the opening hymns and the opening hymn, prayer hymn, and closing hymn. He's going to take care of the entire service, including the sermon section. So it's going to be a very dedicated service to him. And he is amazing. I love to hear him play. I love to hear him speak. He is very genuine, very kind, compassionate. He's a very nice man. I really like him. I've already got his scripture and everything. We've already got the order of service lined up. I'll be sending that out to everybody here shortly. And then we are almost in Lent, people.
I know.
Like 2 weeks after that is Lent. And my heart is crying. I'm looking forward to it. We just purchased the music for the Good Friday Tenebrae service for the cantata this year. But I'm also not ready. I'm just not ready. So, and we're doing do you want to talk about the series that we're doing at all, Allison?
No, not, yeah.
I haven't had a chance to dig into it yet, and I'm planning to do that this week. So
yeah, I think when I get the individual weeks, I'll dig into it more.
Yeah. And I got everything because we're partnering with the Roseville United Methodist Church for this. and they're going to be following the same series. They're also participating with us for the Good Friday service for the Tenebrae cantata. So I'm really looking forward to all of that. I'm just not ready. So
It's crazy. I feel
yeah,
like it was just Christmas.
Although I have to say, Advent is nonstop for a month.
yes,
And although Lent is 6 weeks, I feel like Holy Week is the cram week, but I
it is.
don't feel the stress of it really until Holy Week when we have something, like 5 nights out of the week or something, or 5 services in a week.
And the only reason I'm not quite ready for it is we're going to be starting rehearsals next Thursday for the cantata.
Yet for you, you've got more going on in Lent. Yeah, with the cantata.
I'm
I
freaking
totally
out a
get
little
that.
bit, yeah. And I'm not
Hmm.
sure how Martin's feeling about it. I'm not sure if he's excited. I mean, I've sent the links to everybody for the cantata so they can hear it. It's beautiful. And
Like, are you happy with the music? Like, do you think?
yes,
Okay.
but we spend so much time working on the cantata that we can't really learn anything else new. So we're doing a lot of
Hmm.
stuff for Lent that we've done for years, and that's the
Hmm.
hard part.
That makes
But
sense.
yeah, but it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be a beautiful service. I think really looking forward to having our Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints people with
Hmm.
us. Our orchestra is coming back. Um, Plus, we have the other two churches now, the Roseville and Newcastle Methodist Church, who are going to be joining us. So I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a great community building exercise this year. So, and I expect that it's going to be a very meaningful service. So that's all I
It
can say.
will be for sure.
We have Yvonne Wingo's memorial service this weekend, right? Is that tomorrow, the
Hmm.
20th?
Tomorrow at 2.
At 2, Saturday the 20th. So, and they're asking for people to bring a plate of cookies to share. Excuse me. Um, Special offering for this month is Human Relations Day, which we kind of kicked off with the service last week. It was all about missions for the church. So if you want to donate to that, make your check payable to Loomis United Methodist Church and put Human Relations Day in the memo line. Gathering in meal prep. You want to talk about that, Melanie?
Yeah, on the 28th in the evening, 4:30 to 7 at the Roseville United Methodist Church, just like we always do. It is our turn, our being the teenagers' turn to prepare and serve a meal. And so far, I have 8 youth signed up and a couple of other grown-ups to join us. And so should be a good group. And if you have not RSVP'd and your kiddo wants to come, just let me know. And we'll all meet at 4:30, usually done about 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kids camp, summer 24.
Yes, we're also on the 28th, right after worship, we're having our first meeting to kind of go over what we're going to do this summer and how we're going to make some efforts to make it more community focused than just our kiddos focused. It's always good to have a healthy mix of those. So yeah, our first meeting is right after worship. So if you are interested in helping in any way with Kids Camp this year, behind the scenes, or the week we actually have it in June, which will be the week of June 17th, just let me know or show up at the meeting after church on the 28th.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, excuse me. I got a tickle all of a sudden. We've got a few save the dates coming up. 2024 Women's Retreat is Saturday, June 22nd. Um,
And
Saturday.
Chris Gallagher is gonna lead that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
confirmed.
good, 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 good.
I really liked her. She covered for 2 weeks while you were gone last year, and just wonderful speaker and wonderful human being. I like her a lot.
She'll be great. That's June 22nd?
June 22nd, Auburn Retreat Center.
No,
That's what it
the
says.
library. Okay, yeah, wrong.
Okay,
It conflicted with, yeah, it's gonna be at the library. I'll get more info out
The
on that.
library?
okay.
Yeah,
And
Loomis Library.
I'm not sure. I believe so.
Okay, because there's another date here. It says September 28th.
That's gonna be at Auburn, I think, the retreat center, but the one in
Okay,
June, it conflicted. We had a conflict.
Yeah, I was
Wait,
gonna
what's
say,
in September? What's in
Oh,
September?
we have two retreats. We have the spring and the fall. Let me hold off on that.
yeah, okay. Because
The
maybe
spring
it
one
sounds like
may
she may
be,
have got them reversed.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. I
Okay.
reversed it.
So they're both women's retreats. One is
Yes,
in June and one is in
yes,
September.
correct. That is correct. Now, what I don't know is the location.
Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, that's my bad.
Loomis Library has a thing in here about the Japanese story time, first and third Wednesday of the month. So that looks interesting. That's not
Does Sharon have the Senior Life Center fundraiser in there?
hang on. Oh, yep. A fundraiser for the award-winning Loomis Senior Life Center Bingo. Shine with Purpose and Loomis Senior Life Center present. I'll present an opportunity to connect with your local resources. It's Wednesday, February 7th, 9:30 to 11:30 resource fair, and 11:30 is bingo.
Yes, the bingo is going to be at the Blue Goose, and they're playing for money, which we cannot do at the church, obviously, but
Obviously.
because they're doing it at the Goose, there will be beer and wine, and it'll be a good fundraiser.
Hey.
So help support them.
That is Wednesday, February 7th. That sounds like fun, actually.
Yeah,
I'm older now. I like bingo.
I know. Okay, I'll put you with my mom. My mom likes bingo too.
Well, it's funny because we do bingo for work gatherings sometimes. We'll have like this digital board and everybody has to go out and play, and it's kind of fun, but I think I've won a couple of games on that. That is about all I've got. We've already talked about the labyrinth walks for the January 12th, which we've already passed, and then the next one is next Friday, January 26th, at 4:45. Depending on weather, we've got a lot of rain coming in the next few days. We've already talked about John Nielsen. We need fellowship hour volunteers for 2024. So contact Alara Outlaw if you would like to sign up. We have a 102nd birthday for Dorothea Hoffman. That was last weekend, wasn't it?
It was January 1st.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a couple weeks ago. And I think that is, yep, that's it. Anything else we need to cover for announcements? So I've been going to hear more live concerts lately because I really wanted to get out and just check out the music scene in Sacramento. I went last Sunday night to hear a Herbie Hancock um, tribute band. I
Who's
was
Herbie Hancock?
he was a jazz musician. I don't know if he's still
Okay.
not to be, but from 70s and 80s. And I recognize a couple of the tunes, but they were wow. That's all I can say. They were amazing.
And
So
where was it? Where did you go?
it's a place called Twin Lotus Thai. Martin has sung there before,
Mm.
but it's down off of Jackson Highway, off of Power Inn and 50. But it's a little Thai restaurant. It's a hole in the wall, quite frankly, but they have amazing food. And
Mm-hmm.
this group, they were just the bass player was his fingers didn't stop. He was amazing. And I know the guitar player actually worked on a CD project with me, which is why I went, but I was just really blown away. So, and I'm going a couple of on the 28th to hear a friend of mine do a Linda Ronstadt tribute. So, yeah, it's fun. I didn't realize there was so much music. I've been such a homebody. So,
I also wonder if things are popping up more since the pandemic is over. It's like everybody revisited their hobbies and how they love spending their time. And it seems like there's this like resurgence of stuff since the
yeah,
pandemic of like, I love music. Why aren't I performing? Or why aren't I,
exactly. Oh, and that's me too.
going to art museums or whatever.
And I love doing the church thing, but I have been kind of stagnant musically. I haven't really done anything
Mm.
else until the pandemic hit. And I was like, you know what? I haven't been on stage to sing in 10 years. haven't really gone out and stretched my musical chops and done all that stuff in a long time. So I'm getting back into it. And as I'm doing it for myself, I'm finding if I go listen to other people, I really enjoy it more. So it's been cool.
Fun.
Really cool. That's all we got for announcements. Unless you guys have anything else, you ladies.
Yeah, I took a tour of a green burial site today.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's out in Lincoln, and they do cremation, they do burials. Really fascinating, really beautiful. And
Do they do like the bury you at the base of a tree thing?
yes, and
That's cool.
yes, you can plant your own tree.
That's
They allow
cool.
you to like put your own rocks around it. It was amazing. Like I went out there early this morning and I was like, where am I going? It was called like Eternal Presence, whatever. And I'm
wow.
like, I'm meeting my maker because it was
It's a cult. Turn
it is.
the
I was like driving out there, like, where am I going?
corner.
Well, I had heard of
But
one over in the wine country, over like near
this is the
Petaluma, somewhere over
only,
there. But
Hmm.
it's hybrid because this is the only licensed fully green burial place in California.
wow. Wow.
Wow. That
And
is so cool.
yeah, I think we need to do a tour.
Yeah.
Well, and it makes sense it would be out in the middle of nowhere because they would want to buy up as
Yes.
much land as they can for
Yeah.
Yeah.
growth, you know. People
Because
Yeah.
are dying to go there.
I knew that was going to come up.
yeah.
Sorry.
But well, no, James and I
Boo.
have been, not to be morbid, but we've been talking about, so what are we going to do? Because we've talked about, cremation, of course, and James is Buddhist. That's what he wanted, but
They
we're
have a
also talking
Buddhist
about,
section, they have a Hmong section, they have a Jewish
Cool.
part. It was amazing. And
That's
I'm
so
so glad I did
cool.
it. Yeah.
yeah. So, wow. And we've been thinking about updating we have an estate planner thing, and both of our last wishes are in there. And I was like, maybe I should update mine because I think the last time I updated it was like 10 years ago.
Well, I left information in the narthex.
Okay.
So there's a phone
Nice.
number, the person. She helps out a lot at this senior life center. She's amazing.
Wow.
So her name is Mindy. Just say you're with the Methodist Church. It's great.
The Methodist section is like all parties and balloons and
Yeah,
Hot.
non-biodegradable,
right. Plastic forks with
plastic.
cake and
They
Yeah,
have potlucks there once a month.
potlucks.
a dispenser of country time, always full.
Um, then we don't have any more announcements. We can move into joys and concerns. We have a few, not as many this week, but a couple of, um, and actually no joys this week. These are all concerns. So,
Oh,
um, Linda Kennedy still has the bulging disc in her lower back, constant pain. Prayers for Judy Connor, renewed strength and healing. Hopefully she's going home soon.
that's
Fred
the last I
Berryman.
heard.
Yeah. Fred Berryman is he still inside of rehab?
Yes, hoping to go home soon. So
Wendy Aiello healing from successful hernia surgery, and prayers that her cast come off soon for her broken wrist. Ben, a friend of Claire and David Camps, going through a last hope cancer treatment. Mary Jo Ortiz's neighbor Tammy has been suffering from chemo side effects, very severe. Has some very difficult decisions to make for treatment. They're asking for wisdom, acceptance, and peace as she comes to terms with her illness. Prayers for former member A.B. Cramlett and her daughter Liz. Liz's son Abraham is studying to be a doctor, and he took a fall over the weekend off a 4-story building and was critically injured. That's all I got.
just trying to think if I've heard anything else. No, I mean, one joy I can think of is we received a pretty large check from the estate of Eula Riki.
Oh,
Aw.
And yeah, just I guess, you know, gratitude for the people who want to, you know, leave something behind to the church.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So how sweet is that?
Yeah.
yeah.
That we were remembered in the estate. So
And not surprising, Eula was so kind and generous and found her peeps in our congregation, you know,
her gal pals.
her gal pals. Yeah.
All right. Allison, you want to lead us in a word of prayer?
How about do you want to lead us, Ray?
Me?
Or Melanie? Melanie, do you want to lead us?
Sure.
Okay.
Loving God, thank you for this time together with our coworkers, colleagues, and friends, for one another as we live in community together with the common purpose of living in the way of Jesus. Guide us to where we are most needed. Love us through the tough parts and give us strength. In Jesus' name, amen.
And thank you.
Pray that my car is
Thank
not
you.
going to be $2,000 to fix.
No, I'm praying you get a new car.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about that. My car broke down on the way to church for choir rehearsal last night.
Oh,
I missed choir rehearsal, and
poor Ray.
yeah, but
I hate car stuff. I hate car
I do
stuff.
too. But you know,
Ah.
honestly, my car is a 2007 Lexus,
Oh, wow.
and it's got 220,000 miles on it. It's not
She's been
never.
good.
She's
She's
been
lasted a
good. She's
while.
never given me any trouble whatsoever. But it looks like this one might be kind of severe. I don't know. They couldn't look at it today. I won't know anything until Monday, Tuesday. But then
She's
the second they
tired.
said, you know, it might be $1,500 maybe. We'll see. When I was starting to hear stuff like that, I was like, okay, hello, cars.com.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, but no, that Lexus has been driven into the ground. It has been a great car, so I cannot complain. It still drives like a dream.
How
It
many
Mm,
miles on it?
220,000.
that's
So,
awesome.
but see, now that I'm working from home, I don't drive more than 5,000 miles a year. So
Wow.
all those miles were when I was first starting at the church, because I had just bought it when I first started, or actually I bought it right after I started at the church. Because my Mustang, I had a Mustang when I first started at the church, and I bought this one like within the first year, and it had 60,000 miles on it. And I was driving constantly 25,000 miles a year. So I put all of these on between 2014 and 2019. And then we locked down, and I barely put any miles on it in the last 3 years. I
Wow.
don't think I put 10,000 miles on it in the last 3.5 years.
Oh
I'm
my
just
gosh.
laughing because most Methodist pastors put like 50,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like friends that were serving, you know, multi-charge, whatever. It's yeah,
Yeah.
friends in Nevada. They're like, oh yeah, I put 100,000 miles on my car.
Oh, I don't doubt it. And I used to do that with my Mustang all the time when I was doing theater. I was constantly driving from Roseville to downtown Sacramento 6 nights a week. Uh,
Hmm.
and then I would hit the Bay Area. I was doing a lot of driving on that car. I drove that car in the ground too. I love that car.
Well, and what I find with the commute too is then, of course, you have to do oil change
Yep.
Yeah,
all the time, rotate the tires all the
yeah,
time. Like it's just constant car stuff.
And James's
yeah.
car, I'm lucky we've got James's Nissan Altima, and I'll be
Mm.
driving that to church on Sunday. But it's a 2016. We bought it brand spanking new off the lot. It doesn't even have 20,000 miles on it.
Oh, wow.
So he's driven it to
That's
Seattle,
crazy.
and he drove it to the Bay Area. And otherwise, we don't put hardly any miles on that one. So it still smells new on the inside.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
So, I reckon I will see you both on Sunday morning,
Yeah.
bright and early. Well, early.
I'll be at the church
It's gonna be
tomorrow.
raining all weekend. It's not gonna be bright. So,
I may not be bright, but I'll be early.
all right. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll see you on Sunday, and hopefully
I'll
you
be there
guys
tomorrow. I'll be at the church tomorrow.
That's right. The Wingo Memorial.
Mhm.
Yeah. All righty. Bye.
Bye.